G'day, welcome to Behind the Curtain. I'm your host, Jetta Doroshenko. Today, I'm having an interview with the father of cabaret, Mark Rome. How are you today, my friend?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. So I want to know, how did it come about, the inception of the Palm and your story with the scene?
It happened many, many years ago. Seems like a lifetime ago now. I'm Canadian. I used to come here on vacation 2-3 times a winter. Fell in love with Mexico like all of us. Puerto Vallarta was a very simple place back then. Couple of bars, very little pavement. The road to the airport was gravel with a bull ring. It was kind of magical. Anyway, in one of my visits, I met a lovely lesbian couple who were looking to help them father a child.
Okay.
And in a very weak but very good moment of my life, I said, sure, I'll help you out. And basically, we went through the procedure really well, very openly, honestly. And about 10 months later came a beautiful little, my daughter was born.
Wow.
The moment my daughter was born, I felt a need to be here in Mexico to help raise her. So I moved here. I had some money. They had some money. And we tried to figure a way. They had 4 children, actually. How could we support them and myself living here in Mexico? So we rented the location of the Palm now. We decided to open a bingo hall.
A bingo hall. That's the truth.
It seemed like a really good business at the time because we could do it in the daytime. We could support local charities because they were raising 4 young children. They could be home at night for the kids. Okay. It seemed like an all-around good idea. So we rented this location. We spent a lot of money renovating it. And about a week before opening, we went to get our license. They informed us we needed a gambling license, a casino license.
Oh, okay.
Because bingo is essentially a form of gambling, we were told.
Uh-huh.
We didn't have that kind of money needed to buy a gambling license. We had a restaurant license. And we were just going to serve hamburgers and play bingo. So we had 1 week. We'd invested all this money. A friend of mine was visiting from Canada, and he said, why don't you make it a bar? Because we did have a liquor license.
Okay.
So we, myself and my friend, we went to Guadalajara, and we had to change our whole plan. We painted the place red. There was 2 big pillars. We made them look like palm trees to camouflage them. There was a little tiny stage here, but we weren't doing shows, and we decided to make it a video bar. And back in those days, you paid about $100 a month, and once a month in the mail, we'd get a VHS that we'd plug in. And we had little square TVs sitting in all the different corners, and one projector, which was at that time, I don't know how old you are, but it was probably when you were born, it was state of the art.
Yes. No, I remember VHS tapes. They have this very specific noise when you push them into the playback machine, and it has this little mechanical thing. They're cool.
Well, you didn't have. We'd get one every month. It was about an hour long of pre-mixed videos. Mm-hmm. So we'd have to watch the same video over and over and over. But next month we were excited to get the next one that had maybe another hour of video.
Okay.
But about a year into it, we were basically a place to hang out before you went to the nightclubs. We served hamburgers and fries and played videos. It was very popular.
Cool. Very cool.
And we did really well. And then one week, this fellow was in town from Ottawa. I forget his name at the moment. Nice guy. And he said he was a drag queen. And because we had a little stage from the previous nightclub that it was a table dance place or something, 30 or 40 years ago.
Okay.
He asked if he could do a show. And we said, why not? So he went to the beach, invited a bunch of people. It was very simple back then because there wasn't much else going on. So basically everybody who was in town came.
Okay.
And for 2 weeks solid, he did shows every night. There was no cover charge. It was a lot of fun. It was a simple, fairly tacky, but fun drag show. People had a blast while they ate their dinner, and half hour in, half hour off, half hour in all night long. He made a lot of tips. Our sales skyrocketed. Then he went home.
Uh-huh.
And then all our clients expected some kind of live entertainment, which we only had videos. Now they said, well, where's the entertainment? Where's the entertainment? Mm-hmm. So our business dropped. So we were at a loss. So then we started approaching some of the local drag queens, and there was a troupe called the Dirty Bitches. One local guy called Ida Slapter, who was a very nice guy that used to do drag in pageants in the States. Very attractive as a man and as a woman. Okay. He would do a show every Friday, and it just evolved.
Okay.
the shows were a different format. There was one show a night. People would stay here from 8 o'clock at night till 2 in the morning, drinking far too much back in the days when it was a true cabaret with the tables and ashtrays on every, 2 or 3 ashtrays on every table. The waiter's biggest job was changing the ashtrays. It was kind of bizarre looking back at it now.
Yeah, definitely in retrospect.
Anyway, we were that wasn't our plan. It just, so the show started. Then we started having certain people would come and take the best seats and smuggle their own drinks in. Because the shows were getting better and better. So we had to implement a cover charge to eliminate the really cheap people. So we started doing a 50 peso cover charge, which we gave to the performer, whoever was performing. It was a going concern. We made most of our money on the liquor sales because there was one show each night. But it was a lot of fun, very, very old fashioned. Our first shows, we went to, Home Depot wasn't here back then. Sam's Club was, and we bought big camping flashlights. And those were our spotlights. But we made 2.
That's interesting to hear the story of the inception of how the Palm Cabaret came about. It's quite organic and kind of just like out of necessity, almost born out of necessity.
We had to make some money to feed all these kids.
Yeah,
and the girls also had a laundromat around the corner from here. So
okay.
They were hard workers. And anyway, it just evolved. And then eventually people like Kim Kuzma, who still lives here to this day, she came down to see if she could perform here. Different people, mostly from Vancouver, actually.
Okay.
With just word of mouth. We didn't have the internet back then.
Yeah.
And just word of mouth. People would get recommended. They'd come down. We'd put them up. They would perform sometimes for a month at a time, sometimes for the whole season. They didn't make huge money, but it was a fun working vacation away. And it was just pure fun. And over the years, it's just evolved and evolved.
So let me ask you about your current role at the Palm. What do you do here at the Palm? And tell us a little bit about that.
I'm not 100% what I do.
You're a problem solver.
I think I'm a problem solver, a referee.
Okay.
I try to be fair to everybody. To everybody. It's not always easy. Artists are a particular bunch. And they're very sensitive. So I try to make them all feel special in their own way. Yes, because they are. Everybody is, including the waiters and the box office staff. But like I said before, we used to have one show a night, maybe 5 days a week. It's evolved over these years, and now we have 21 shows a week. And now this year we added a second venue, so that's 42 shows a week. And it's a bit of a nightmare scheduling and keeping all the shows organized. I have a lot of help doing it. I need a lot of help doing it now because it's a lot of work. For the most part, it's very fulfilling, challenging. You never know one day to the next, but most of my job is just helping to organize everybody, find new acts, keep the acts we do have happy, getting all their needs met. Most of our shows are very self-sufficient. We're very lucky. A lot of very talented people in Puerto Vallarta over the years have moved here. There's no shortage of acts now. We have to turn people away.
And just to clarify, how long have you been involved with the Palm and working with the Palm?
Well, we opened in 25. It'll be 25 years ago, going on 26 years ago. There was a few times where I was absent and moved on to do other things. I managed a hotel for a few years.
Okay.
And I sold the business a couple of times. And my landlord was a lovely man. And the next tenant, for whatever reason, would have to leave Mexico, and the landlord would get his keys back. And within a month or two, he just called me and said, "Do you want your business back again?" And oh no, not again. We're talking 15, 17 years ago.
Okay.
So it fell back in my hands a few times. And then eventually the children of the landlord took it over. Okay. I remember convincing them that, no, you guys don't need me. I helped them for a couple of years. We worked together. And then I moved to Hajique for a 6 or 7 year period and kind of handed them the business for them to take over. And they're the ones who really made it grow into the new world.
Okay.
Because the internet was coming in and selling tickets online.
Yeah.
When I ran it years ago, it was the bar sales are in this pocket. The door sales are in this pocket. There was no credit cards, no debit cards. It just didn't exist back then.
Okay.
Now the sales are probably 95% online.
Yeah.
Or through credit cards or debit cards.
So let me ask you, can you break it down as to what it is that keeps you coming back, keeps you wanting to be a part of the scene the entertainment scene here in Vallarta and at the
Well,
Palm?
I left and moved to Ajijic for 5 or 6, 7 years and had a little ranch, and it was a great life.
Mm-hmm.
I was still involved in the shows. I would bring shows from here to a venue in Ajijic on weekends.
Oh, okay.
Ajijic's all retired people. Everybody's over 70.
Mm-hmm.
So COVID came along. Nobody was leaving their houses.
Okay.
In Puerto Vallarta, the rules were kind of bent a little bit. We put in a fresh air system here, and we put plastic panels to cordon off people groups so they weren't imposing on each other's airspace.
Okay.
And we continued to do shows.
Mm-hmm.
But I was bored. So I told the owners, you know what, I'm happy to come to Puerto Vallarta and hang out for the next year because I'm doing nothing here. So I was so bored.
Mm-hmm.
So we closed the business in Ajijic. And I came back to help just for something to do.
Yeah.
And then the year after COVID, I guess 2 or 3 years ago now, things boomed again.
Mm.
We never had a season like that. And
Okay.
I've just continued to stay.
Awesome.
And the business has grown and grown, and more artists have moved to Puerto Vallarta. Lots of them, probably too many. They all have big hopes and dreams, and we try to make as many as happy as possible. There are other venues in town, but we seem to be the one that most of the artists want to perform at.
So let me ask you, in your perspective, you've been a part of this scene and the Palm for over 20 years. How have you seen it evolve?
That's actually been quite amazing. We used to only bring in people from the States because the talent just wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
But Mexico's evolved in that 25 years. It's got so many talented people. Now we bring in some fairly medium big names from the States that people know from American Idol or things like that for variety, because a vast majority of our clients are Americans and Canadians.
Uh-huh.
But the Mexicans have stepped up to the plate mostly the last 4 or 5 years. It's amazing how many talented, not just Mexicans, they're from Argentina, they're from Panama, they're from Colombia, the dancers. And it's nice. It's nice to support the Mexicans and see them make a really good living now too.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're making great money. Most of them. Depends on the show.
Uh-huh. Okay, great segue. Let me ask you another question. After being here for so long, being an expert, you must have some really good stories. And I want to hear, what does anyone stick out to you in terms of like people, shows, acts, something like a success story, someone who's done something great working with the Palm? Is there anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, I don't think they would mind me speaking about it, but I guess it was 4 years ago now. The years go so quickly. We had a lovely girl appear who was found at a local karaoke by one of our regular performers.
Humble beginnings.
Who said that you look like Lady Gaga. You should do a Lady Gaga show.
Okay.
So Maru came here with Tony, one of the local performers also, and asked if she could do a show. And I said, it was the end of the season. Sure, why not? And nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, we had a Freddie Mercury band from Guadalajara here. This was Roy, another mainstay.
Uh-huh.
And I remember sitting with Roy together and with his band watching Maru do this show using videos. And she brought in Chris Lopez to help her and to do the videos. Brought in some of the best dancers in town, the Starboy dancers.
Okay.
It was an amazing show. It blew us away. It was jaw-dropping. And nobody ever used videos before. And the lighting. It was the shows were pretty simple. It was just pure raw talent on the stage mostly.
Okay.
And at first I thought, this is kind of cheating, using all these flashy lights and videos, because I was used to just an incredible singer on a piano, for example, or pure comedy. It blew us away. And I remember Roy saying, don't you think that's cheating using all those videos? Well, the next year, out of necessity because of COVID, we couldn't afford the band to house all the bands. I said, Roy, make a show with some dancers and video. And Roy went ahead and then created his own Freddie Mercury show, which is phenomenal. He's been taking it around North America, over to Europe now. Hard worker, beautiful show. It evolves and it's evolved and evolved, as with the Gaga show. But now we have a Pink show. We have a Beyonce show that Chris has moved forward helping these people create shows, and Madonna show. And every single one of them is almost mind-blowing. Wow. The caliber is better than Vegas in most cases. And it's surprising to find that here, but they've upped the bar so high. We're all super proud to present these shows. All of our shows They're on nobody expects them to be on the level they are when they come in and see them. And we're super proud of all of them.
That's interesting to hear that usage of like videos and multimedia with the shows came almost out of necessity through COVID, having to like do with what you can because, you can't, you have to stick to the rules. You have to deal with the economic consequences of the whole pandemic and everything. It's interesting to note.
And our ticket prices have evolved over the years from 50 pesos to 200 to 300. And now the standard price is 700. And I often think that's a little high. But I've been in Mexico 25 years. So I have watched thousands and thousands and thousands of people come through the door. We've never received a complaint about the prices after they've seen the show. They've all said that was incredible and worth every cent and much more, which makes me feel good too.
That's a great compliment.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you, what do you see for the future of the Palm?
It's doing really good. We opened another club, the Sister Club Coco, last year, only about 10 blocks away, if that.
Okay.
It's a beautiful club, different vibe. The Palm is more intimate. It's a bigger club, bigger stage, bigger lights, bigger ceilings. We have a beautiful show called Erotic from Europe there. It travels around the world.
Cool.
It's got much more capabilities to make bigger presentations. I think things are just going to continue getting better and better and better. And as I said, the shows, they're not competing with each other, but they want to keep up with each other. So the quality of the shows, the creativity, the costumes, they're always up. It doesn't matter if it's a tribute show or not. Every year it's changed. They bring in new songs, new dancing routines. They're not just, the Pink Show's not just about Pink. It's about her dancers. It's emotional. A lot of the shows tell a story. And
what can you tell me about the staff at the Palm specifically? The people that work here, the people that, for anyone who's going to come and see some shows here in Vallarta, what can they expect to see from people from the door to the waiters and stuff?
All of the staff tries really hard. To be honest, it's people aren't always the nicest. the tourists, they want the best seats. Most people are wonderful, but that one grouchy one sticks out because they didn't get the seat they wanted.
Yes.
I'm good at smoothing those things over, but all the staff, the box office staff, they take some abuse sometimes, but they try to keep a sense of humor. The waiters are great. They must be happy. We've had the same wait staff for years and years now. Most of them have become friends with most of the clients. We see the same faces. Every night, I think at least half the people that come through either club, I know them by first name. And all of us do. We know our regular clients, which is thousands and thousands and thousands of people now. We haven't finished our numbers for the Coco yet, but we probably had over 50,000 people through here last year.
Wow.
In a 6-month period. That's a lot of people. It's a going concern. At 7 days a week, October through May. And I don't know where we get the energy.
Yeah, it sounds like a wild ride. Well, Mark, thank you so much for talking to me today.
My pleasure.
I love your openness. Thank you for sharing. And it's been great to hear about the inception of the Palm to what's happening in current day. I'd like to thank everyone for watching today. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you. Okay, that's it.
Come on, give us the hug.
Was that okay?
That was great. That was great.
I talk kind of fast.
No,
No, it was good.
perfect. That was perfect.
That's genius.